I should be able to be grounded while I'm in space. Otherwise, the grounded feature is broken. Feels bad, man. Well, regardless, he's okay to do databanks right now anyways. So we should let him rock. Alright, so now this is ready. Cool stuff, cool stuff. We gotta remove that. And then there's no background stuff behind it. So, not the pipe, just the tile. And... we'll do it one at a time. Nice. Let's all do the databanks. Yo, man, it's just you, Cyberdyne. I'm sorry. No one else is gonna help you, man. Struggle is real. Struggle is real. Oh, Ghost Rider didn't get stuck? Y'all saw that? He deconstructed the tile and climbed on top of it even after the fact. That's mad illegal, yo. Alright, so... is it gonna be hot? Damn. I'm gonna make it out of steel because I have doubts. And then I need the pipeline to go out this way. Ooh, I could have it go down. Ooh. Well, it's gonna be like that regardless. And then... because I gotta pump out the water. I would love to have it go out on the top, but it looks like I have to go out this way. I hope the water doesn't heat up. I guess we could put a tile like that right there. I can't put one here, though. Feels bad. And then from here, we probably want to go like that. So that tile's going to be hot. We want that to go out. Let's get a couple of reservoirs here, makeshift. More temporary solutions, man. You hate to see it. Can we get a cat cam? That is a cat cam. What do you mean? That's my kitty cat. He's sleeping on his back right now. All hands up. He's sleeping on his back. He's living the best life. Oh, he's moving. He's moving. You heard you guys talking shit. You heard you guys talking shit. He's moving, boys. And we're out of ethanol again, dude. Every time. That body tension right there, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. Mamba's the best, dude. He's the best cat. I wonder if I could get Mamba certified as a service animal. I wonder if that's possible. He's the best service animal, man. There is. Alright, looks like we have to keep the ethanol flowing into that for now. But I want to eventually... like, what's taking this wire from being built? I mean, if they're building it, it's just taking time. Alright, new printouts. I'll take the dust caps, because I don't have a lot of seeds for those anyways. I think you can't even go through a process. Interesting. Does that mean I could take him into, like, cafes now, because he's my service animal? I'm gonna be one of those guys, man. You can't bring animals in here. No, no, no. This is my service dog. I'm gonna be one of those guys. No more lumber drop-offs. Because there's no power? Oh, I'm out of hydrogen. Okay, let's connect that. We're actually out of hydrogen now. Holy crap. Actually out of hydrogen soon. So we just got to connect that to burn off the rest. We moved all the hydrogen generation to here. Oh, we cooled down the... Nice. So I put an ice temp shift plate here so that we could cool it down. I'm from California, baby. Got the... People tell me I have the Californian accent. They say I sound like a surfer. Something like that. I don't really see it. But people tell me that, so I just gotta believe them. You know? People say I sound like a surfer, and I'm just like, sure. It is what it is, man. What the fuck? Heat damage? Oh my god, the ethanol cannot stay in the pipes. I'm getting heat damage? Oh shit. Oh, it's gonna float up. Alright, we're gonna have to deal with that later. We're gonna have to deal with that later. Oh, because of the crude oil on top of the airflow tile, the CO2 can't go through anymore. That's kind of funny. Okay. Oh, you have to be a dog? Ah, that sucks. Feels bad. Alright, so there is a weird maneuver I have to do here, huh? So, given how this works, we could go off of the first backup or the second backup. Because this one always fills up first, so we should go off of this one. And there is automation for this, right? Yep, that pipe broke. And it's because it's getting hot. Alright, alright. I actually have to deal with the heat. Damn it, and that's because my ethanol is breaking. Alright, so ethanol state changes at what? Ethanol, liquid. 78 degrees, so we have to hit 80 degrees, okay. What's going on, Ugler Visk? How are you? How was the days today? How is the Tuesdays? So I have to deal with cooling this slightly. And honestly, I think it's this tile. This technically could help us cool. Ooh, this pea water right here? That's actually potentially a thing. I don't want to utilize the salt water into the area, though. The only other thing I could think of that's not strong enough to cause any issues is something like a wheezewort. Alright. I think that's what I'm gonna need. We're gonna have to put a wheezewort in the corner. Even though it's carbon dioxide, it's better than having nothing. And then I need to have more airflow tiles, is another thing. And then it's probably okay for me to warm up some of the polluted water here over the CO2. Because the more hot CO2 gets to leave, the more the slicksters get to consume it. Oh, we dropped a little bit of liquid down there. We gotta mop that up. Oh, and that's ethanol on the floor. Ah. We gotta get rid of that as well. Holy crap. Alright, so ethanol is gonna be part of this as well. And then we gotta start sweeping ethanol bottles. Because I think I have one in here as well. So there is polluted oxygen that's stuck, and that's because of the off-gassing. Because the polluted dirt dropped on top of the ethanol. Interesting. So until we get rid of all the oil, so I probably want to mop that. The polluted oxygen can't leave. And I kind of want it to float up top so that I could crush it. Alright, so another thing I wanted to do was automation from this tile, so I gotta remove this. This is still a vacuum, so that's all okay. So automation is on that. We'll pull it from here, which is gonna be what's necessary. We'll deconstruct that so we could reach in, and we gotta speed this up. Alright, so this reservoir is gonna control whether or not we have ethanol running or not. Because when it's constantly running, it's constantly generating heat. I don't like that. So what we're going to try to do is basically only make ethanol if we need it. Oh, starving? Oh, that's this guy. Alright, man. It's time to go home. Time to go home, man. I don't want you to die like that last guy. Come on, Cyberdyne. You got this. What's going on, Mind Builder? How are you today? How is the Tuesdays? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good one. But how is you, good sir? Bonjour? That's a weird way of spelling buongiorno. Starving? Come on, Cyberdyne. You got this, buddy. You're gonna be alright. Alright. I may be at the point... Yeah, I'm gonna leave this door open. We're at the point of the game where I could allow oxygen to leak out and it doesn't hurt me. And I think it's better off for me to do that. And the reason why is because technically you're always gonna have less lag if you let things kind of get deleted. So we want to get rid of the polluted oxygen bubbles because that's causing extra calculations. But at the same time, if I burn through my polluted dirt and I have less of that, it's going to be kind of nice. Kind of nice. Bonjour is good day. Bonjour is good evening. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Mind Builder. I see you over there. How do I pronounce that? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Buongiorno. I know I got that right. I nailed it. But what's bonsoir? So-air? Solar? Bonds or? Come on, man. Bonsoir? Nah, that's gotta be wrong. There's no way that's actually correct. Is it actually bonsoir? Dude. It's bonsoir? Jesus Christ. I don't understand French at all. Holy shit. French is weird like that. Dude, isn't French the language where you guys don't have numbers? Your numbers are literally just math equations? Like, to say the number 66, you guys go 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1. It's like Roman numerals, but more intricate. Is that French? I remember there was a language that did that. Is that the French language? Or is it another one? Am I misremembering it? Bonsoir. Bonsoir indeed. Good evening, good evening. Man, French is a tough language, man. No, 650 is 655. I thought it was like 220s for 42. Yeah, it's something weird like that. You don't say each number, like for all of it, sometimes it's like weird breaks. Like what Susumu is saying. It's like you don't go 42, you go 222 or something like that. It's weird. Ha, 420 Mind Builder, he said the number. Haha, blaze it. Okay, so we got this part down. Not quite. 97 equals 4 times 20 plus 10 plus 7. It's weird, man. It's weird. Like, who thought of that, man? I feel like that's difficult to teach. Because it's like you have to understand basic arithmetic. Now, I don't understand the language, but I know it's like that. Because I've had that pointed out to me, and I was like, I didn't know French worked that way. Like, yeah, it's weird. I just wasn't 100% sure if it was actually French or was I misremembering it and confusing it with a different language. Oh, this is a watt plate, potentially, huh? Oh, that just goes out here. Yeah. I'll just do that. Because this just, yeah, I just need that pumping constantly, and having a separate line for that doesn't make sense. So that should work. And if this is a vacuum, we shouldn't have to worry about anything breaking. Alright, so now we have... See, the problem with this is that I'm going to deconstruct the inside wall. Dude, it's magical sometimes, man. Just don't know how it happens. Somehow it just gets to genius. Alright. So the ethanol gas somehow deleted itself. I don't know how that happened, but it's gone now. Yo, man, magic. Not even mad. But, yo, man, magic. Alright, there's a little bit of oil here still. And then I will put a planter box. Do planter boxes overheat? Oh, that's fine. Dirt or clay. I have a lot of both. This is off. Nice. And we're no longer making ceramic. I had a feeling I wanted to use ceramic for something. Well, you have a lot of clay, so might as well. Keep making ceramic. Later on, I might need it for liquid hydrogen. Ooh, a plug slug. Ooh, ethanol. I don't need neither of these. This guy's gonna eat my metal ore. Feels bad. 20 fingers, dude. They just use their toes, man. They're very, dexterous. I'm not gonna take the plug slug, man. It's not worth it. Wait, hold up. Oh, loud snorer. Level 3 digging. Build supply tidy. This is a very strong duplicate. Bubbles. You know what? I'm gonna look at what I actually have right now. I have a lot of builders. Dude, I have two rocket pilots. Alright, we're gonna need... I might take the other rocket pilot. Oh, that's gross. The other guy sucks. His bottomless stomach. I could take him because of the rocketry. I'm probably gonna look for a rocketry scientist, because that's exactly the guy who died. So we'll have to pass on these guys. Should be okay. Alright, so we're allowing the gas to just leak out now. Because we were just generating too much oxygen. That's just the reality of it. Like, goddamn, this is way too high. Mamba's best cat. Mamba is the best cat. Alright, burning through the hydrogen. Shouldn't be too bad till we finish that. Waiting for the automation there. Alright, so this is ready. And once this is on, I could kick it on. The only thing that's not connected is the exosuit forge. And for now, I will do that. Because we're going to remove the batteries and whatnot. I have a weak spot for bubbles for some reason. It's my favorite dupe. Hey. Yo, man, I have a weak spot for Meep. I'd be like that, man. Meep's cool. Meep is really cool. Alright, after I let the ethanol leak out into the slicksters, I had the temperature drop. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What's going on, Cthulhu? How are you? Just doing our best to just, you know, stay positive right now. That's all we could really do. But yeah. Gotta be strong. Gotta keep moving. Hope you're doing well as well, Cthulhu. Alright, we're missing fertilization, which is fine. We'll up that to priority 7. Get some phosphite over there. And then this is gonna help chill out the area. I probably uproot this if it gets too cold. I hope it doesn't. Oh, and I didn't set up the parameters. Okay, so 95 stop, and then the load threshold is going to be 50%. Meemaw is best dupe IMO. A lot of people like Meemaw. A lot of people like Meemaw as well. Oh, look at that! You see the hat through the suit. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. Ooh, y'all see this? Ethanol standing lock kappa. Feel like that sometimes. All right, so I need to do that. I have the automation now. So I need to sweep that and then get it out. Pipeline is in, and the power is connected. So technically, I'm able to seal this up already. Oh, but that's going to be a mesh tile. So this doesn't care if it's in a vacuum or not. Because we're going to need these to be mesh tiles. Yeah. Alright. I have no idea who that is. Alright. We gotta wait for that to be sealed. Hopefully this is enough for all the pea water just kind of drop in. Unsubs? Was it even subbed in the first place? Wow. I mean, I guess that's fine. He was gonna drop off the water, but then it was end of his schedule, and he dropped the entire 5-gallon bottle down the ladder. I mean, I guess it's fine, because that's where it's supposed to be anyways. But I would have liked it if he just put it on the bottle emptier. Alright, so we got that sealed off. The ethanol is great, so I could do that for now. We're gonna wait for this to continue consuming. And then we need to make the transition soon. We're actually almost ready. If not, we are ready. So I think after this finishes, I think we could transition to this power. The only thing we need now is to fill this up with So the problem here is that the petroleum gens are always going to off-gas. And it's always going to be CO2. So... because of that, this kind of is useless, now that I think about it. Let's actually remove this. Because it's going to generate its own CO2 immediately. Now, the one thing I did want to do was... we have to... well, we don't have to. I wanted to make a cooling loop using the salt water. And I guess I could use that pipeline to feed out. It wouldn't be here, though. So, it would be that. We'll just get rid of the shutoff and the sensor. Alright, so... because of how the setup works, I probably want it like that. I probably don't need that, and I have that connect like this. Hey, FPC, what the heck? Coming out of nowhere, coming in with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, dude. Meeklin, Shianobi, Ypero, Silent One, and Hendu1175. Counteracting the unsubbing. Yo, FPC, thank you so much, dude. Holy crap. Appreciate the support. And dude, thank you for keeping the vibes strong and not having the toxic vibes. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Holy crap, FPC, how you been? What you been up to, my man? I see you over there, dude. And of course, I gotta ask, have you gotten any new batches of teas yet? I want to ask because, oh man, I was gonna, you know, give you some recommendations. Been drinking some tea in recent time. But dude, thank you so much for the support. I see you over there. Hope all has been well in your part of the world. All good. Good to hear. Good to hear. I think I'm gonna do a no radiant pipeline loop and see how this works. And then it has to be something like here. So that I could do this. Wait, doesn't the heat come in? No, we just transfer it to the insulated tile. I guess that's fine. Just came by my way to Dreamland, the usual. I see you, I see you. Have you had a chance to get any more teas yet, man? Hope everyone has a great time as usual. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the good vibes, FBC. And of course, man, have you ever heard of something called the Big Red Robe? The Big Red Robe. Hey, thanks for the sub. Enjoy it, Shinobi. Courtesy of the homie FBC TV. You guys over there, welcome to the city. Y'all know what it is. The homie FBC TV hooked you guys up. So, dude, enjoy the emotes. D20 does ad free viewing, and don't forget that legit sub badge. Y'all know what it is. Cannot say I have. If you have a chance, I recommend it. It has been my favorite tea. But I've been buying it, you know, a very low quality version from Amazon. But hey, man, it's pretty good still. I'm drinking it every day. Since you shared your favorites with me, I want to share my favorites with you, FBC. So anytime you have a chance, I would say to look out for it. We'll add to the list. Nice, nice. It's, how do I say that? I went to eat dim sum long time ago with some coworkers. And this was actually the tea that reminds me of when you go out to like a dim sum restaurant and they give you tea along with the whatever else you order. Right, you also get water and stuff, right? But it's like, you know, if you're eating dim sum, you're gonna get tea. So, I didn't know what it was, but I've had that flavor on my mind for the longest time. You know, the like, man, what is that? Like, I want to be able to make that at home. And I found it. It's the big red robe. It's delicious, man. I want to say, though, I know you're a fan of the astringency, where, you know, you don't want it to be as bitter. Dude, it's good. It's good, man. The dim sum tea. And that's like the best way for me to describe it, man. This is delicious. Not a fan. Yeah, that's the thing. You weren't a fan of the astringency, right? Yeah. So it's like, maybe get a small pouch. Because, man, love that stuff. Alright, so we are going to do 30 degrees. The pipeline of the water goes out. And I am going to cut this line, delete that one, and we are going to... Oh, I could do this. Yeah. I can feel it curling up my teeth, if that makes sense. Ooh. I don't understand the feeling. I gotta be real. I don't understand that feeling. But it doesn't sound like a good feeling at all. Alright, so we need to do that. And then this is gonna allow this to go up this way. And we'll go in like that. And then we could remove the rest of the pipeline. Of course, that means we need a mop. Not pleasant, yep. Does not sound like a fun time. Does not sound like a fun time indeed. Alright. So, this is almost done. As soon as the ethanol right here runs out, we're gonna transition from here to here. We should be good. There's no more problems. Temperature is dropping. 87. It's no longer at 90 degrees. This is going up. Hopefully the weaves warts are helping out. And then I want a cooling loop here to keep the petrogens from basically overheating. Right? 75. This also acts as a way for me to heat up my very hot or very cold brine water. So I want to go through that as fast as I can. And then make a proper storage for it. Ooh, another slickster. I don't want that guy, actually. Let's reject all of them. And then... Oh, all the water is cleaned up. Nice. There's a little bit still. So ethanol, water, brine. Let's continue the sweeps. Gotta clean up the zones, man. That's all pea water. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, so this is built. I could connect that now. I am going to... Ooh, disconnect the deodorizer right here. And then, technically, I can do this. Because it's connected. Whoa, made a mess? Someone's stuck. How did you make a mess? Wait a second. Is something wrong? Oh, my bathrooms are maxed out. No. Okay. Send the water, fam. Holy crap, send the water. He peed inside of his suit. Oh, man. Alright, that's an upside, I guess. He made a mess, but it's not going to be that bad to clean up. Guys, they don't think it'd be like it is, but it do. Oh, it's that big flap, dude. Oh, man. EU represent. I see you guys over there. This guy never got wrangled. I guess that's better than nothing. There's an egg right there for no reason. Alright. The gases have settled again. I'm gonna start pumping. And I need to do something about this because it's gonna clog constantly. I hate it when people pee inside my suite You're sweet. I see you over there. Sometimes we have the custom housing. We're gonna have custom bedrooms for people soon today, FBC TV. You see that, man? You have a door. And you live inside a house. We're gonna have a baller colony, dude. We gotta make it real. Gotta keep the people happy. That's Pog, man. You gotta get proper modular housing. Alright, so I will send more water. I'm not too worried about the liftoff boiling it, but I will want to get more databanks. It's happening, it is. We just need to make the power transition first. Alright, so we're doing a lot of tidying up. Research is complete. We're working on the other stuff. Oh, the rad bolt tech is what's holding us back. See, the upside with that is we could burn off the power now. We could actually just burn off the power. I hope all is well. You haven't streamed in a while. What's going on, G-Money? Hope you're doing good. We're back. We're back. Just trying to stay positive, man. If you don't know G-Money, I would say go to Discord. But yeah, it's I'd rather not talk about it just because it's like it's tough times, man. Gonna be honest, this game is the biggest dilemma I have. I like slow pace, I love the tech aspect of games, but I cannot bring myself to learn it. So thankfully someone cool streams it. Oh, I see you, FBC. I'm glad to keep you entertained. But if you ever want to deep dive, if you ever want to learn the ropes, if you ever have time, maybe that's an issue, right? You don't have the time to dedicate to learn the fundamentals of the game. That, you know, that I recommend you should learn if you want to dive in and have the sandbox fun. It's tough sometimes, man. Yeah. Just anytime, FPC, if you need help, I'm always going to be here to help, man. So let's say, you know, you need some live help. I got you. Ship has sailed. Gotcha, man. Sorry about that. Sometimes I got the bad memories. Could always watch the YouTubes. That's true. That is correct. And I do need a heavy watt wire here. Is that guy starving already? Nah, he has calories. He has calories. Oh, he's not able to do it again. Oh, that's so stupid. For whatever reason, man. Oh, the daunting feeling? Yeah. I feel that. A lot of the times, all you gotta do is get that first step in. No pressure, though. You know, no pressure. But that feeling of something being a daunting task, I feel that, man. It's very discouraging when you see how many things you have to learn. Learn about all the ways the game could go wrong. Things like that. Hey, I see you over there, Cyberdyne. Don't get fired, man. Don't get fired. I'm just saying. I see you over there, just don't get fired. Alright, a little bit of oxygen is coming down here soon. This is going down, which is nice. I just like the principle of having to study to learn any game. Oh, I feel you with that. I feel you with that. Yeah. Studying to learn a game. Path of Exile cough, dude. Shout out to Path of Exile. I saw recently one of the, like, biggest supporters of Path of Exile quit the game. Y'all see that, man? I don't know his name, but he was like, dude, I put 50,000 hours. I played before 10 cent invested, and he was like, it was great, But now, each year, it gets worse and worse and worse. And now he's like, at this point, I'm done. And he stopped playing Path of Exile. Y'all hear about that guy, man? It's crazy. Any step forward is a good option for any daunting task. I mean, I'm really bad at it, but I have too many hours at this game, and I still suck at it. I see over there, Razor Smash. Dude, man. It's a lot of the times is, you know, you just want to have fun. And it's not that if you have fun, you can't learn. It's more so that you want to have fun, so you kind of prioritize that for the time being. But a lot of the times it's like, well, that just ends up being how it is. Finally found you live. I've been watching a lot of YouTube stuff. Hey, glad you watch the YouTube stuff. Hope you enjoyed the content. I am looking to be back on the YouTube, coming back stronger with some more videos. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do now is kind of take some time to have some videos ready and kind of create like a buffer, and then have a semi-regularly release. That's going to be the goal for YouTube right now. I want to be able to get some videos done on the back end before I release everything, and then try to consistently release videos. It's tough. But yeah, losing a lot of time recently with a lot of things happening. But hey, glad to have you here from the YouTube, dude. If you have any questions you would like to ask live, let me know. But dude, for the most part, man, this game is great, man. I don't know what it is. Out of all the other games out there, it feels like this is the only game that tries to make the genre its own. I don't know if that makes sense. But it's like, basically, I love this genre, colony management, where you have to build a colony, manage, the people kind of move on their own, and you just try to make sure they live and have a, you know, nice time. It's just tough, man, when every other game out there just feels like a RimWorld clone, you know? And, like, in a world filled with clones, Oni is a savior in that regard. I don't know, man. Something about Oni just carves out its own little space in the colony management department, and it's just a good time. I want a kitty, but I'm scared of getting a kitty that claws and stuff when mad stress. Ah. For the most part, if that's what you're worried about, don't get a kitten. Deconverse. Don't get a kitten. Because kittens do that. Damn it, man. We're not getting that many databanks because of the glitch. Feels weird. We'll have to leave it like that then. And we'll go home because he's hungry. So if you get a older cat that's been around humans before, they will probably know to hold back. Versus a kitten, it's not going to know anything. They will use their claws to climb on your body as a normal kind of way of movement. So I will say that in terms of getting a cat, getting a kitten is the toughest versus getting a already, you know, adult cat that's been outside, that's been interacting with humans. Mamba was that. Mamba was 2 years old when I got him. So he's been, you know, full size for the longest time. I haven't heard. I casually play 10 to 20 hours random league strats, or starts. But I chose a guide. Doesn't feel like my own choosing. But figuring it out, thanks, no thanks. And it's fully explained in-game too. Oni has the wiki built in at least. There is that. That's true. Path of Exile, man. Dude. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I first saw Path of Exile, and when I was, you know, in college, when I saw that, I saw the skill tree, and I was like, oh, dude, this is a dream come true. This is, like, really great customization of your character. And then as time went by, it kind of just seemed like it was no longer a plus. Like, if you ever leave the game, getting back in is the hardest thing to do. Because of the skill tree, dude. It's like, first it's like, okay, you have a decent understanding, it's tight, you want to play around with it. And then later on, it's like, holy crap, like, the build I used to use is garbage now? Okay, that kind of sucks. And then a meta develops, and then, you know, you're not playing the meta, so it's like you're not doing as good damage, or you're not surviving, or, you know, something's not working really well. Okay! My toilets are jammed again. God damn it, don't pee the tank. We're gonna have to release a little bit of water from the reservoir. And then, dude, man, it's tough. Path to Exile, man. I think one of the things that happened was I got scammed for like one of those 6-socket weapons that are linked. And I was like, oh, I could have had so much more money. Fuck this. And I quit the game. And then afterwards, I was looking to get back into it, and I couldn't. I couldn't get back into the game anymore. It's tough. Sounds good, yeah. Glad to have you making fresh content, regardless of time between uploads. Take time and do what's best for you. Appreciate that, Razor Smash. Thank you for the good advice. I got to deconverse. Kids are adorable, but a bit nutty. 2 years is the best to know how they handle everything and get pretty set in their ways. Yep. I would probably go to an animal shelter, find cats that are in need of a family. Deconverse. What you could actually do is foster the cats first. I believe a lot of the animal shelters do allow that. So that allows you to kind of have the cat in the house to see if you're okay with, you know... Okay, why are these people not able to eat? Oh, they're taking a dump. Come on, man. They're taking a dump. They're not unpermitted. They just gotta take a dump. So, yeah. You try to foster a cat to see if it fits. Not what you're looking for, but if you could handle the cat. And then, you know, if it's okay, you could try to be like, hey, can't we just take this cat now? That way, you could try to find the perfect kitty as well. I think we take the briar seeds. No one here is a researcher or a rocketry combination. It's not about choice. For me, it's like, okay, what does this really do? Feeling beyond the super basic stuff like add X. Oh, yeah. I bet you it's like, there's no feeling of progression in Path of Exile. Is that what it is, FPC? It feels like everything is kind of just there to give the illusion of progression, but actually playing the game, there's no real feel of progression. Dude, I feel like that's one thing that no video game really focuses on well anymore. Like, a lot of the AAA titles are a lot about flash and not substance. Funny thing is that a colleague of mine recommended it only to me because he was super confident I would love it. Still took me almost a year to even try it because I believed him and I was afraid to put in hundreds of hours. And guess what? You clocked in 1,000 hours last week. Is that what happened, man? They don't think it be like it is, but it do. And it really do be like that sometimes. As so many folks I know have foster fails, I just adopted all mine straight up and hoped it worked out. Honestly, I would probably just adopt the cats if I didn't have any, but I would want to foster the cats to see if they, like, you know, cats, super territorial. Typically, it's like, it's not that there's anything wrong with them, but sometimes they just don't mesh well. It's like, oh man, the cat I originally have doesn't really like being friends with the new cat, so I hate to say this, man, we can't take the new cat. A lot of the time, that's what I would foster the cats for, to see if there's like good relationships between the kitties. I feel like that's kind of important. I don't know. If I didn't have a cat, though, I'd probably just adopt. I feel like to get to endgame, one needs to research outside a game, and due to dislike, I don't do it, so I'm stuck on the basic gameplay. Oh, I feel you with that. Yeah, do be like that sometimes, lol. Hey man, as long as you're having fun. Operation Mira as a program for dogs that don't win their tests. You can call and adopt them. Oh, I've seen that before, where they have special needs animals, like cats and dogs, that have like a certain disease or something. And it's like they're there, but it's like, you know, they're just hoping someone gets to them so that they could get cared for and stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about, Mind Builder? I know that's not just for epilepsy or blindness, though. It's like a wider range of things that they could, you know, kind of run into. For comparison, a very basic game in D2, you understand all you need to get going a long way. That's true. The funny thing was, Path of Exile was based off of Diablo 2. And it was, I remember when Path of Exile was kind of described as, if you had fanboys make Diablo 3, you would have Path of Exile instead of the garbage that we have now. And it's like, look at how far they've fallen, man. You always gotta wonder what happens. What happens? Nice research. Nope, just human support animal. Oh. I thought, wait. Dogs that don't win the test. Doesn't that mean they failed the test to be a service dog? That's what it is, right? Or am I thinking of something else? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about the animals that don't pass the test to be a service dog. And then it's like, oh yeah, that's what they're talking about. Alright. So, after this runs out, we should be good. Oh yes, sorry, English second language. Oh, okay. So that is what it is. Gotcha. So it's a service animal, not so much a regular animal to adopt that you care for the animal. It's more so that you could adopt the service dogs that don't pass the test. Dude, I never really think about that. Like the animals that don't make the bar to be a certain type of animal, like the dogs for the blind people, right? Service dogs for the ones that have trauma. Or there's ones where I think it's like, yeah, I think it's epilepsy. But it's like if you have a seizure, there's dogs that are trained so that if you fall down, that they will get between you and the floor so that you're not shaken violently and hitting the ground with like your body. And they're not there to be like a cushion, but they're just trying to prevent you from hurting yourself. It's those dogs, right? So if they don't pass the test, you can still adopt them. That's awesome. That's awesome. I didn't know what happened to them after they... You know what? I didn't even think about it. What happens if they fail? What's going on, TJ? How are you? I see you over there. How was the days today? How is the Tuesdays? Hope you're doing well, my friends. Hope all is good in your part of the world. I might be able to remove this now. Because although I do want to pump this out, we have a lot of oxygen already. I think I would mine down and then relocate that anyways. Alright, first things first. We need databanks. The plastic's there, so we should be fine. Working in a software company and not being a dev, devs are weird, dumb, smart people, especially poor in explaining stuff to non-devs. It feels like PoE got going with a small team where devs explain to the players, and thankfully enough, devs out there play the game. But when I have to read the explanation 5 times and still have to go to a website to understand what it does, it stops being fun for me. But having a large player base, I am a minority, and that's okay. Enough PoE rant done. Hey, yes, you FPC man, no worries. I understand that. I wonder if it's, has anything to do with the money. Maybe they were trying to understand where the players are coming from before and they stopped doing that. Who knows, though? Who knows? Ah, so your oxygen is included. 100%. We're very breathable over here. We're actually feeding the space void at the same time. You know, sometimes you gotta feed oxygen to the vacuum. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. Alright, so we have this, and then that. That's going to be the water loop that goes into here. Alright, so all of my rooms are going to have wall toilets. The wall toilets are just going to dump the water into the space, and it's not going to dump outside. But that means I have to constantly refill the water, which is kind of unfortunate. Now, this water is around 17 degrees. Ooh, I could do this. And then use this pipeline to transfer the water here. Yeah. Alright, so what I'll do is... I am going to put a regular pipeline like that. And then afterwards, this goes down. into here, and we bridge on. Does that work? It doesn't break anything, right? That should work. Wait, that's the wrong pipeline. Holy crap. I almost messed up. This should work, even though it might not. I hope it does. Oh, I don't have power here. Holy crap. I have more online courses today for my new job. What the hell? You have online courses for a new job? You working for the city or something, man? Like, or a really, really, really big company? I'm out of sand? I'm out of sand! Aw, dude. Really? I'm out of sand again? Where's my rock crusher? Did I destroy that? Oh, it's right here. We can crush salt. We got 50 tons. Not bad. Mr. Sandman, give me a dream. Alright, down to less than 1,000 kilograms. This is gonna be good. Hopefully the rad bolt generators pull all that power. Yo, TJ, man. What do you have to learn? It's a contractor position with BHP. The mine access inductions. Oh, crap. Oh, I see both there. Metallica. I didn't know they had a song with Sandman in it. I see it, TJ. Yo, man. You gotta be OSHA compliant. Last month it was 12 hours worth for access to a Rio Tinto site. Jesus Christ. I didn't know you had to get briefed like that, man. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if it got hotter or colder. Because we added in the wheeze words, but it feels like it's not doing enough. Like the sheer volume of CO2 is making it tough. I think enough is going out though, so I don't think it has to be too bad. Makes your brain melt by the time you're done? Yeah, I imagine. I imagine. There was a saying that I had some people tell me that, oh, the first cuddle egg! The random cuddle egg chance. So I didn't have reed fiber for them to eat. So they gave me a random 2%er. Nice! We're gonna be able to hug the little pips now. Let's go, boys. Hey, TJ's job is playing Path of Exile for me. Let's go, boys. Only way to do it. Come with me and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations. Hey, man. OSHA's a meme, dude. That's all I gotta say. I've seen so much weird stuff. Back when I used to work in a manufacturing company as an accountant. I saw a lot of weird stuff. I was like, is that safe? He's like, yeah, he knows what he's doing. And I'm just kind of like, yo, man, something weird's going on. When someone has to reinforce the fact that he knows what he's doing, it makes you feel like, oh, man, they know it looks sketchy. Like, that's just the reality of it, man. They know it looks sketchy. Like, it's not even a question. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's safe. It doesn't. But it's like, the fact that he had to point that out, it's like, okay. Okay, I get you guys. I'm just gonna go inside. I'm not gonna be a witness. Don't call me up, man. That's just the truth, man. It's not safe for others. Yeah, this guy's a pro. Yeah, I don't know. Who you trying to trick over here, man? I know what you guys are doing, but I'm so good at it. It's you got this. What's that saying called? There's a fine line between confidence and stupidity. What's that exact quote? Any of you guys know what I'm talking about? Oh man, that reminds me of the occasion where a cuddle pip hugged an egg to be immediately hugged by a dupe coming through. That was adorable. Yeah, dude, man. Sometimes you get lucky, dude. ultimate luck. Honestly, though, the best work environments I worked for were those that made everyone feel like they weren't going to be punished for bringing up safety and culture issues. Honestly, yeah, those are probably going to be good environments, because it's like, oh, this guy's already starving. Okay, we're landing, man. Let's go home. Let's go home. Come on, Cyberdyne. Let's go eat some barbecue, man. Dude, it's hard to find those workplaces, though, deep fried peanut butter. Not gonna lie. Because they have to be beyond confident in their corporate structure for them to be like, oh yeah, they're talking about that. Yeah, it's whatever's. You know? And a lot of places, man, especially in America, just constantly feared of workers' comp, getting sued, right? Things like that. It's tough. Trying to cover up safety problems was because workers were too pressed for time to keep up with the product. Dude, yeah, 100%. 100%. Here's the funny thing, though. We learned in economics that the longer a company runs, the closer they gravitate towards net zero gain. And what that means is that if you don't make any changes to the company, whether it's cutting costs or, you know, trying to increase efficiency at any means possible, you start to lose your margin. And given how capitalism drives that, you start to get bad products. It's like you could already see what's going to happen. And I feel like that's kind of the vicious cycle every company kind of goes through. You have success if you're lucky, and then what happens is that you try to maintain that success as long as you can, and then eventually, oh, it's time. Okay, it's time, boys. I gotta kickstart my new power facility. So, let me get the connections in. A, B, C. This is all good. That goes into here. I could cut this line now. And then this is connected. Easy does it. We have the automation wire here. That connects. Nice. No longer disabled. 9535. That should be good. The vacuum here is closed up. Not worried about it. So there will be a mix of polluted oxygen and carbon dioxide in this room, and that should be fine. There's a lot of heat initially, but I think that's okay, because we have cold CO2, and these are only going to turn on for 1 second at a time, because this generates like 30,000 per second. Oh god, look at the uptime of this, man. Alright, so the power is distributing now, so a lot of the power here I could remove. So this is gone, this is gone. Bop that. Bop this, bop that. These are gone. These are gone. This is no longer a thing. That just goes out there now. This heavy watt wire is gone. This wire is gone. And then this one is gone as well. Then there's this one that needs to get cut to there. Alright. Nice. Alright, I think we're good. Good transition. We're not going to kick on the power control station because this... Dude, my uptime is like single-digit percentage. Because there's just so many of the generators. Alright, alright. To be honest, trying to cover up safety problems... Wait. Trying to cover up safety problems. Yeah. To be honest, humans worldwide are so weird and dumb. As that an employer, you can't afford must times to allow too much deviation or some moron will run away with it. It's, yeah, not gonna lie. It's, a lot of it is because the corporate structure that a lot of companies have are just very inefficient with the information that's being passed around and the communication, because you have people basically underreporting their mistakes because of the fear of losing their job, right? A lot of the times I feel like that's probably the biggest issue with companies. Everyone's too worried about losing their job, so they don't report anything that's like, you know, bad for them, sweep it under the rug, and then bam, we find out later that dog all bad. Got to report increased profits for these shareholders. That's another thing. People invest in companies hoping that they're going to be constantly innovative, but then it's like at the same time they don't want high risk. That's counterintuitive, yet they want it to happen. You know, they want to have their cake and eat it too. That's basically what the logic is. And it's like, there's no real world that has that. Like, that's never going to work in the long term. But they don't care. They just want their return. And their argument is, if they can't do it, we'll find a company that does. And then that leads to malpractice. Even on the level of Unilever, 300 years business out here in Canada. Dude, I remember Unilever. Unilever is weird. Because, man, Unilever, oh man, they're huge, dude. They're freaking huge. Not even in Canada, they are worldwide now, right? Aren't they? Isn't Unilever like, they sell everything: sanitation equipment, PP&E. Anything you need for a company to manufacture, they sell everything. Gloves, the equipment you need to wear, plastic containers, totes, plastic pallets. Like, they're gonna be in business as long as they keep up with the manufacturing standards. I think their strength was that they realized that in order for companies to operate properly, they're providing not what the companies need in terms of what they're making, but they understood that if you're manufacturing, the process is a lot of the times the same. Just because of how, you know, after you use the equipment, you're going to have to repair it. So they're going to sell repair parts, you know, the different pieces, they'll front the money, they'll hold some of the pieces from a certain brand because that's a popular brand, and then, you know, there's a lot of pieces are interchangeable, and then bam, they do things like pallets because everyone has to use pallets break, and then there's also things like the equipment for sanitation, the chemicals needed, and I think theirs was not so much that they're smart, but because they got into the game early in that certain field, they have a monopoly. There are smaller companies that do what Unilever does, but they're not as cheap, and they can't compete with that. Like, if Unilever really wants to, they could bully ball every other company that does what they do, because it's not even close. National reach, pricing point, they're able to sacrifice a couple $1 million and eat the loss, because that means that the other competitors are not going to be there anymore, right? So it's like, it's weird, man, when it comes to a place like Unilever. They're just kind of a monopoly at this point, which of course pushes you into a different bracket. You can't really fail at that point. Most of the times I've tried to be a good employee and communicate issues higher up, always comes back to bite me in the ass, even though it wasn't my fault. Oh, dude, I did the same thing. You know what was funny? Because of that, everyone kind of hated me. It wasn't that they hated me, but they knew that if I was talking to them, someone fucked up. Because no one tells me what happens, but because I'm an accountant, I go through the numbers, I see it happening. So I go, hey, I need to know what happened about this. Oh, shit. I don't know what happened. You gotta talk to this guy. I talk to this guy. Oh, no, you gotta talk to that guy. If anyone ever throws me in a loop, oh, talk to him. No, oh, talk to him. I just go straight to my boss, CFO. I'm like, hey, something weird's going on, and we're losing money, and I know the boss is gonna be pissed. So I'm just letting you know so that you could talk to the guy, because they're not gonna talk to me. Because it's like, I'm not that high up on the totem pole. When that happened enough times, people were like, okay, we're just going to tell this guy what it is before they bring me in front of the boss and have to explain in front of the CFO and the COO and the CEO. Right? It's like, you don't want to do that. Like, you got to explain how you fucked up. And given how you're talking to the top of the totem pole, they're going to be pissed. Right? So it's like, at that point, they're like, okay. He's doing his job, I understand that, but goddamn, I do not want to explain to the big boss. I'll explain it to him, he'll fix it, and, you know, we will do it right. But yeah, I feel that. A lot of the times, man, you get to see the worst side of humans. They'll lie through their teeth, they'll make shit up, and you kind of just look at them like, I know what you're doing. Why are you making this difficult? And then eventually you find out, oh, okay, I see why. There is more happening under the rug. This thing that I brought up exposes them, and now they're, you know, they're out of a job. And it's because they were doing something, they were basically taking advantage of their position to reap profits that were outside of the company while giving them a discount and prioritizing them as a primary supplier versus actually purchasing from, you know, cheapest of the market. So a lot of stuff like that was happening. And it's like, okay, I see why they're tippy-toeing like that. No, you have an audit still. Because it's like, you can't trust all of the people in your accounting department to be perfect. Like, people make mistakes. Not like you're looking for fraud or anything like that, but it's more so that, you know, you want to make sure, you cover yourself. That's the thing about audits. I feel like people have the wrong idea of what they're supposed to do. Package food 2, still grinding these channel points to feed Mamba. I see you, man. Also, how did you come up with Mamba's name? So, the story of Mamba, basically back then, I had a girlfriend at the time. So me and my girlfriend were, you know, just here over the weekend. And my mom's like, hey, our aunt, you know, has some extra cats. And no one is adopting them anymore. So she wants to give it to us. And I was like, oh yeah, we used to have a cat. So I don't mind. And yeah, so she was like, let's go to the aunt's place. I'm like, okay. So we went. I went to get the cat, and it was Mamba. Mamba's in the back right now moving. And dude, he's listening to the story too. He's like, oh man, he's telling my origin story. So what happened was that we went to pick him up. He was in a cage, and you know, we took him back. I took him home. And then we opened up the cage, and it was in the living room. He ran around, he was scared, and he was underneath the sofa. Now, the thing is that on the way home, I put my fingers through the cage. And I wanted to see if he was, like, super aggressive or not. And, yeah, he grabbed my fingers with his paw, not with his nails. So it didn't hurt. I was like, oh, man, he's a sweet, sweet cat. So what happened was that I saw that he was all black. And my favorite basketball player was Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba. So he was a black cat. So naturally, I was like, let's call him Mamba. Why not? And yeah, the rest is history. The Mamba was there, and he's been a good boy ever since. But yeah, based off of Kobe Bryant. If you didn't know, in the background, I have a Kobe Bryant jersey. Right there. Mamba's yawning. He's like, good story, Dad. I got you. Economies of scale. They got in early, and they could fill in the void of the industry faster than most. Yep. Not only that, they have a great network. But yeah, that's the story of the Mamba. Alright. So, the vacuum is going to prevent the heat transfer from allowing a conductive joint plate, because this leaks heat through. As you can see, the temperature is affecting that. But since this is a vacuum, none of the heat transfers, and that's what I want. So that's pretty good. Now, the temperature here I hope it stays low. I'm worried about that. But we haven't needed ethanol yet. And then the top is cool, so that's pretty good. If it's above 30, it leaves. I'm happy with that. And then it goes into the desalinator. Good stuff, good stuff. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start sealing this up. And for the most part, I need to get rid of this pipeline that has salt water in it. Alright, I think we're going to have to do some jank stuff. So first things first, we're going to have to cut this line. Like that, and we're going to have to reroute it. So, naturally... this is salt water. I actually don't need this. Because it doesn't do anything for us. Yeah. Alright, let's actually turn off one of these. And the guy is home. Okay. We can probably send him soon. So let's send this guy back. Get some data banks. Kind of need it. And then we're going to redo some of these reservoirs here. Because this is the hot water from cooling down the glass forge. I don't have sand anyway, so it's kind of pointless. But I will need to relocate that. So this is no longer needed. This came from the petroleum gens, polluted water output. Oh, I could take that and feed it in. What temperature? Oh, 42. That's a little bit too high. I can't actually use that. And then we could take this pipeline, and I believe... well, regular pipeline too. Just have it go into here. And what I think we want to do is... have this... oh yeah, I want to get rid of this. So we get rid of that. We get rid of this. And then we just have this go straight in. Because this is no longer going to be needed. Same with the reservoirs. So we could deconstruct everything up top. This is empty, remove that. Which also means we don't need the bridge anymore, but we'll keep it there for now. There's all the water. Because we already have a filter at the end right here. So I didn't need a second one. Alright, so that's going to be the water leaving this area. It's time to put more tiles here to push the CO2 over. And then we're going to make a door crusher on the side. Actually, I don't need a door crusher. I could just seal this up and then delete all the CO2 that way. Alright, so now that's like that. This is not that cold, but I need to crush the water. I hate to say it, there's no other way for me to do it. So, 15. And back down to 90. Alright, we got to refill. That means we have the water coming in from here. Huh. This is no longer going into this pipeline. Why is that? How come this doesn't go that way? Something weird's going on. So I got to cut that. Delete this. It doesn't feed in here anymore. Why is that? Huh? How come it doesn't feed into here? What's happening? Oh, this isn't connected anymore. That's why. That's kind of stupid. Honestly, that's kind of stupid. Ah, damn, that sucks. Alright, so for this to fill into here, I have to connect that pipeline. Because otherwise, that's the only intake, and there's nowhere else to flow into. That's unfortunate. So I need to reconnect this somehow. Alright, so... I think it's going to be here. And then we have this go up this way. That goes in like that, and it just comes in. Alright, and we get more tiles. Now, this has no power. And I don't want this here anymore, because I don't want the salt water coming back in. So I'm gonna have the water leave the loop, and then we want this flowing out. Doesn't go into the reservoirs though, feels bad. So this is gone. And then since we took the power off of this, I need to deconstruct the shutoff. Alright, once that happens, I just have the water leave the loop. And then I could just deconstruct it. That's gone. Get rid of the automation wires. Not bad, not bad. What's in here? Bleach stone? Don't I have another spot for that? I just noticed. No, he's in the rocket. He's in the rocket. He's right here. He's the 1 out of 15. But one of them did die. I'm supposed to be at 16. But I'm looking for a specific dupe. I need research rocketry. I don't have research rocketry right now. But I did lose a dupe. We have the dead body right here. Gorbash. He's not here anymore. But yep. I'm sorry, Gorbash. You died, son. We let you starve in the rocket. Yeah, it's Cyberdyne. That's you, baby. It's time to send you home, though. Cyberdyne's a slave, dude. The databank slave. He has to go out into space. He's basically, who's that guy? That was in the, ISS? I forgot his name. Who was that guy? How come this is not connected? Oh, that's because that's... Yeah. So I can do this now. I forgot. This goes into here. That goes into here. And then I get to remove this. And that. And then I get to remove this. And that. Because we have suit powers from the ethanol net, which should be fine. As long as we have the wood. And then, because everything is planted, I have to reharvest everything. I forgot about that. And then we gotta add a new row soon. So, most likely this is gone. I'm a respectable space researcher. Yeah, man. You just gotta remind me to, bring you back down, man. I don't want you to, you know, face the same disastrous results as that one guy. Just saying, man. Just saying. There was an automation wire here. Thank you for the contributions, for the dupes. Gotta do it for the dupes. Gotta do it for the dupes. Did I not change this? Oh no, it's still refilling from the last time. Oh, okay. I just want the water to leave. So if I do this now, and this is not connected, it all flows through. Let's go. And then if this is what's pulling these waters from not allowing me to go up, I'm doing that, and it should all flow up. Yeah, let's go. Strats, baby. Sometimes it's all about, you know, a little bit of understanding what it is you need to do. There we go. It should flow back down and come in from this side now. There we go. Well, we'll deconstruct that later. We could probably deconstruct this now. Alright, alright. 83, 80, 77. I don't know if the temperature is going down, man. I really don't know if the temperature is going down. Is that weird? I don't know if the temperature is going down. I hope it doesn't boil my ethanol. That's all that really matters. So we can't make glass because we're out of sand. We're going to be crushing all the CO2 right now because it's going to be the fastest way of getting rid of it. And I need to continue making metal. Oh, no. But we don't have a lot of water that's coming through right now. Ladies and gentlemen, FPC is going to be out. Yo, man, have a good night, FPC. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. And of course, hope you have a great night of rest, buddy. See you next time. We have a lot of salt water still, so I shouldn't be worried too much. And we got that. Okay, so I need to send someone to drop off the rover at least on this planet. I do want to check it out. And we'll probably just have a rover scout. Interior, though, it's a vacuum, so we're not going to do anything special. We're just going to do plastic tiles. And then at the same time, I need ladder here. Tile. And then I am going to need a wall toilet with a pipeline like that. And then we'll put plastic afterwards. We will also need a canister emptier for a little bit of oxygen. And then, of course, going to drop them off on the planets. Alright. The Pokeshell was angry. We just have to make sure to not to do anything to him. Should be alright, though, for now. Not generating too much heat at the bottom, even though it's sitting in CO2. So I'm kind of happy with that. Let's continue pumping out a little bit. I do want to remove some of that gas. Look at how low the oxygen is on this side. That's kind of impressive. And then now that we're here, we can mine that out. Yeah, that should be okay. And mine that out. There's an opening right here for the cold energy. And then we get that. We're not going to rely on this step anymore. Oh, he's stuck! Oh, come on. Okay, what is this? Igneous rock? You got this, buddy. Damn it. Every time, man. Every time. If the dupes can get stuck, they will get stuck. That's got to be like a rule or something. Oh, that's a heavy watt wire standing there for no reason. The door has to be deconstructed as well. Dupe's law, man. 100%. They should actually coin that. The dupe's law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong with the dupes. Autosave lag. Not bad. Come on. I guess I could do that, because we could still climb down. So this is going to push all the items out as well. One at a time, one at a time. Crushing CO2 one at a time. Oh, for sure, Murphy's Law is given in the game. So accurate. Dude. Oh, man. Dupes are walking Murphy's Law, man. 100%. 100%, man. So the funny thing about this is that all this CO2 would fill up the map. That's a lot of CO2. But with this, we get to crush it. Pretty happy with that. And I don't want to wait, so building the tiles is going to be faster. Alright, so one thing I could do is put insulator right here, but this is a volcano. So I don't know if I want to do that. It shouldn't matter, though. Oh yeah, I needed to relocate the storage bin. And I probably want to relocate this as well. This is just my area of chilling all the polluted dirt for the deodorizers. Alright. What do I have a lot of raw minerals of? Granite. Damn, that's a lot of granite. I have 200 tons of sandstone. Alright, we'll crush granite. Granite to sand, we'll go for 99. Clay needs that CO2 elimination process IRL. Dude, guys, can you believe it? FPC TV was about to go to bed, and he was thinking about saving the planet still. He's dealing with the CO2 emissions, man. Y'all see this guy? That guy's a legend. Couldn't go to sleep. Just delete the carbon in the atmosphere. Easy. Door Crusher TM against climate change. Hey man, if it works, it works. I'm not gonna question it. If everyone opens and closes their doors in front of their house, we could save the world. If everyone opens and closes their doors at the same time, that's all we have to do, man. And the world will be saved. Just like that. Alright, due to the nature of it, I will want something weird like this. We're gonna make another storage area like that. Feels bad. We're gonna have to move some of the items. They do have a way of forming it into carbon blocks. Dude, we're just gonna have a carbon block landfill then. Dude, imagine they freeze all the CO2 and like... Dude, imagine. Have you guys heard the theory that... I don't know if you guys watch Ancient Aliens. You guys know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Ancient Aliens, right? It's a dude with the hair. And that goes, yo, aliens, man. And then it's like every season... The hair gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you know what that is? That's the budget. His budget for hairspray just keeps going up every season. So it gets more and more volume. But the thing about that is that they talked about how there's like signs of like high level technology. How things like don't naturally become this way. And he's starting to talk about a lot of crazy shit like that. One of the things that they were talking about, how there was ancient civilizations with high levels of technology, and then they're gone. Right? Don't know what happened to them. There's traces of it. What if the great ancestors knew that Antarctica and those places on the North and South Pole were always going to be frozen? Because of how the rotation and the axis is. So what if they froze all the CO2 they generated, dumped it into that area, made it into blocks, and then freezed over it so that it would never get released? And now global warming, you know, we're just bodying ourselves. What if that's what's happening, man? What if they did it already and that's a strat? Freeze the CO2 and put into a storage box in, you know, the frozen part of the world. Great show. What's going on, Papa Norris? I see you over there. Oh god. You gotta have the mad theory sometimes, anime. It's the host's hair gel, possible with only human technology. It's true. My theory, those civilizations have their own equivalent of delete my browser history. But for CO2, that's a little strong, man. FPC is back, baby! It means the super smart Civ calc were incorrect as the poles are melting. Well, they probably didn't expect human life to grow as exponentially as it did. That's probably what it was. The amount of people living here just grew. Maybe they assumed that the pandemic would wipe out a good chunk of people or something. It looks like you're off-gassing just above the area. Oh yeah, that's the polluter water. That's the polluter water right here. That's off-gassing. Yep, off-gassing, a couple grams. But yeah, it's because my oxygen pressure is dropping a little bit. Which isn't too bad. It's less breathable here now. But that's because I'm letting the oxygen just kind of leak out. Maybe I should close this again. I see you, FPC. I see you over there. Yo, man, who knows? Who knows? All I know is that this climate thing, man, we're getting bodied. We're losing pretty bad. Look at all that CO2 on that one time. Holy crap. Alright, so for the most part, this is going to be brine water. And we'll just drop that here, make a large enough of a puddle, move all of these items. Because I need to have my ladder go down to here. Alright. Dude, 20,000 per tile? Depending on which tile gets built first, this might either be 30,000 or 60,000. Durant to the Nuggets for MPJ and Aaron Gordon, said one Nuggets fan back of the room, heard by nobody. That's because... honestly, Aaron Gordon didn't really do that great last year. You would have to send all your picks too. Like realistically, I think that's what it is, man. Oh, this is pumping oxygen again. Feels bad. I see you over there, Papa Norris. Yo, man. All I gotta say is, NBA is getting wild, man. Getting kind of wild. I actually don't need this to be a vacuum, so we're just gonna deconstruct everything. 3 first-round picks. Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. Damn. You're probably gonna have to give up more, though. How much are the contracts? MPJ and AG? Because the thing is that you have to understand that if the Nets do trade away KD and Kyrie Irving, they want to go below the luxury tax. So the incoming trades from Denver to the Brooklyn Nets needs to be more. 3-team trade, Ben Simmons is gone. They picked up TJ Warren on a 1-year deal. That's really weird. I mean, I could see them keeping Ben Simmons. Because it's like fuck Ben Simmons gonna do. I can't imagine Ben Simmons asking out of Brooklyn right now, man. Hacks, I see over there. Xanthius. What hacks are you talking about, man? We just got a vacuum. That's it. Nothing crazy's happening. Dude, honestly, I thought Denver would be perfect. There was a couple conversations going on about... You saw how Brooklyn wanted 2 superstars in exchange for Kevin Durant. Or not 2 superstars, 2 all-stars, right? And then, you know, picks, and then, you know, draft compensation. The thing with that is that I thought about it. I was like, dude, Denver kind of has you know, the star talent that they might be looking for. And I was thinking that maybe potentially Denver's a good spot. I don't know though, man. Not that I don't want Denver to do it. It's just that I didn't see them in conversations at all. I don't know why. It feels weird, man. KG? KG. KD, right? Making your carbon dioxide disappear. Yo, man, that's strats, baby. We got to implement these strats in real life. That's what we got to do, Xanthius. That way we could fight global warming. KD, 4 years. So he has 4 years starting the next season. Because didn't he just get the max extension last season? Not the season that just passed, but the season before that. Where they had, they lost to the Bucks, and the Bucks won. And he almost got it, but his toe was on the line. So I think it's a 4-year contract. But the problem with the KD thing is that, would you be worried that he's going to ask out of the contract? Because you know what they say, right? Like, if you meet a guy or a girl and they're seeing someone and then they break up with their significant other and they get with you, expect that to happen to you, right? Like, I hate to say that, but isn't that what they say? Like, if this guy, you know, was talking to you while he was with his significant other, he'd probably do the same thing to you, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. Tweeting the door crusher design to Elon Musk as we speak. Yo, man. You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna be like, hey, can that actually crush the CO2 and make diamonds? Oh, shit. Overheat damage? It's actually happening? Okay, we need radiant pipes. So... oh, there's no power. Oh shit, there's no power. That's why this is breaking. Okay, okay. Is there a power line I could actually make right now? It has to be from here. So, how much is on this line? And how much is on this line? I can actually combine them. And then have them run off with one hamster wheel. That's actually fine. I have to do that for now. And then we could start pumping, and then that goes into the loop, and it starts cooling them down. So we have to repair for now until the salt water gets into there. This is the problem when you don't have gold. Everything breaks way too fast. Alright, we don't need radiant piping. We just need the water to loop, dude. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. The CO2 is gonna be chilled. All is gonna be alright again, guys. $75. Every time they pump, they cause damage, man. Dude, my power is draining fast. My rad bolts are running low, though. What's draining my power? Is it 8? Nah, it can't be the aqua tuner. Feels weird, man. What's draining my power? This is going down pretty steadily. It's not the ethanol. It is the ethanol. Constantly generating ethanol. Come on, man. Oh, it's cold enough now. Let's go. No more breaks. Let's go. Just cold water. Good stuff, good stuff. Dormant still. Okay, cool. And we have a lot of polluted water right there. Feels bad. I can't use this for anything. That means I'm gonna have to crush this. That means I'm better off piping the polluted water into here. Which is very feasible. We could make a door crusher setup to drop off the water and just crush the water. If it's always polluted, I don't have to worry too much about it either. I would want to have 2-tile gap, vent plus liquid sensor, door, and then crushing door. And it fits right here. Okay, that's not bad. Maybe I do build a door crusher. Feed Thimbleweed, maybe? It's too hot. It's too hot. 58. Thimbleweed needs to be between between the range of 22 and 37. So it's already too hot. So I wouldn't want to utilize it for that. I think crushing it's probably the best thing. So I don't have to deal with having to empty it, having to deal with cooling it down. Won't have to worry about the heat source being there. I think that's going to be worthwhile. So airflow tiles for the polluted oxygen, liquid space, vent, door A, door B. The line's kind of in the way. Because I do need 2 doors for this to work. And I need space for the polluted oxygen that's going to off-gas. I don't have to have any other type of gas in here, though. So if anything, I have to have this on that setup. But I don't want to power it. Alright, so the power outlet for this is on the left side. So I have to put a bridge here. Like that. Oh, this is going to be jank. Whatever works. And then insulate it like that. Remove. Well, we'll have to remove that, but we need a new ladder on that tile. Yeah, that tile. And then I am going to want... This needs to be polluted oxygen. That means it's best if I have this in a vacuum in the beginning. Okay. So if I do want a vacuum, and we know that the door needs a space, I'm probably going to need that. Like that. And then... This is going to be... Oops. Cut. And then the wire is gone. And then the setup would be door. That has to be the setup. And then tile.